Right, it's recording now. So I'm recording this for any tenors who haven't been able to attend this session where we are going over the score. So there's a couple of extra people just arriving now. Hopefully they will mute themselves and grab their score.
Everybody isn't unmuted, so if you do it.
Yeah, I did mute everyone originally, so I will mute all again. Okay, thank you. Right, so if you've all got your score to hand, I'm going to point out the breath points and any tricky little bits that need pointing out that some people might not find especially easy. So first of all, at the beginning of the tenor line, you'll see the treble clef with a little 8 underneath it. That means that it's sung an octave down. So I had a couple of people message me to say that the alto line looks to be lower than the tenor line, and that's the reason. So that's what the little 8 underneath the treble clef means. So starting at the very beginning, your first breath point is 1, 2, 3, bar 3 before the second lot of do-do-dos. Then your next breath point is just before it's, as in it's not the end, on bar 6. Then your next breath point is at the end of bar 8, after the word friend. Now, that particular word, the note there, is lower than the basses. So that's just something that you probably need to be aware of, that we're the root of the chord there. We are lower than the basses, so maybe just mark that off. Your next breath point is bar 11, between pretend and it's. And then at the end of bar 12, just before feeling. And bar 14, between apart and. There's a breath mark there. When we get to bar 15, depending on when you actually printed your score, will depend on what's printed on it. It's on the tenor line, it's is a life. You'll see that the altos sing, is this the life? All the other parts, the a is actually pronounced as an like the without the th. Does that make sense to everyone? The without the th, so it's a life. That's at bar 15. And then we've got triplets. Life that I is a triplet, so you get 3 for the price of 2 there. The triplet is 3 notes, that's equivalent to the value of 2. Yes, Kath?
Excuse me, Donna, you
yes.
just said it's alive.
Is
or is?
No, it's is. Does it say it's on your score?
I thought you said it's, but I may have misheard you.
No, maybe I did.
Checking.
Maybe I did.
It
is a life. Is a life. Thank you. Yeah. So then we've got the triplet there, and I do want to point out that triplets are exciting. Laura said that to me last night, so I'm sharing it with everybody else. Triplets are exciting. 3 for the price of 2. Brilliant. And then bar 16. Again, depending on when you printed your score, the word there is lead and not need. So if you've got a previous score, it will say need, but you need to change that to lead, L-E-A-D, as in a lead singer. We've then got another breath mark after lead. Your next breath point is on the rest at the beginning of bar 19. before but a message rings. We've got another triplet there, another exciting triplet on message rings. Then your next breath point is between true and I at the end of bar 20. You've got another one on 22 between here and with. And 25 between stand and its. And then a very quick one going on to bar 26 between end and I. That's quite a fast one there. Moving on to bar 27, the next breath point is between friend and weave. That's actually bar 28, between friend and weave. The next one is at 30, between through and I'm. Then we've got bar 32, between true and one. Bar 34 is your next breath point, between side and O. Then bar 36, between pride and when. Bar 38 is between blue and I. And then we've got one on bar 40 between to and. Moving on to bar 42, between change and we. And bar 44, between rearrange and but. The next one is at bar 46, between done and will. And then 49, between come and so. "51 is the next one, and that's between end and I. Then we've got 53, between friend and weave. "55, between through and I'm. Then 58, between stand and side. And then from between 58 and 63, I suspect there might be a little bit of ninja breathing needed for there, but I'll go over that again in a second for anybody that's not familiar with that. So your next breath point is on 63, between blue and I. Then we've got 65, between 2 and 1. "68, between, oh no, sorry, 66, there's another quick one there. 66, between to and its. There's a fast one there as well. And then 68 between friend and never. And the last one is before the extremely long note of end. So those are all the breath points. They're exactly the same as they are on the track. So just listen to the track and breathe with the track. I want to mention, just to point out.
Can I just ask before you
yes,
go on?
Yeah.
It's did I miss anything at bar 8 and 9 and 10? No, it's 9 and 10. It was one in 8, and
there's
then
one in 8, and then one in 11.
Oh, so it's okay.
Yep.
Then I didn't miss it.
You did. No, you've not missed it. You've not missed it. One in 8, and then one in 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's got the pickup there.
Where are we?
And it's got the pickup in Let's Not Pretend.
Yes.
That's why we can't breathe there.
Yeah. We'll probably need to do some ninja breathing only a couple of times throughout the score, and you'll find where you need to do it yourself. Ninja breathing, for anybody who's not familiar with it, is taking a breath either in the middle of a long note, and that's going out and then coming back in, or actually taking a breath on a word when nobody else is breathing to offer you support. The other things that I wanted to point out is where we're moving. So on bar 23 on U, we've got some nice twiddly bits throughout this song. The tenor line has got some lovely twiddly bits. And bar 23 is one of them. We're the only part that's moving there on U, and it's beautiful. Where else? There's quite a few words where we're moving. Pride in bar 35 is another one where the tenor line moves in a beautiful way, and the other 3 parts all stay the same. Again, on bar 39, the word star. We're moving there when everybody else isn't. We also move on scene in bar 45, but so do the sopranos, so that's not just us. Where else? Another one on bar 61 is pride again. And
isn't there one on 57 as well?
Have I missed it? 57.
True, we move on true.
Yeah, we do move. Yes, we do move on true, but so does everybody else.
All right.
Yeah, it's only that the ones that I'm pointing out are the ones where it's only us that are moving. But yes, we do move on true. Pride, which was 61, and then round in 62, we move. 64 on star. We move there. It's beautiful, that bit. Yeah, those are all our twiddles. Those are all our twiddles. The song is an emotional song, as you probably all know from reading the lyrics and listening to it. It is very, very emotional. We're not going to be working on the emotion of the song in this first phase, because we'd not get any work done. We'd all be blubbering wrecks. We'd never learn the notes and words. So we're learning the notes and words and breaths, and then we can turn into blubbering wrecks once we've got them cemented. So yeah, that's the reason why we're not working on the emotion right at the beginning. We have got a counter solo, or a descant you might call it, towards the end of the song. There are no auditions for that. You may have seen it on the email. There are no auditions for that, and there are no decisions that are being made as to who's going to be singing it. It is likely to be one person. We don't know. Nobody knows. So that's that. What else have I got to tell you? You can't drop an octave or go up an octave, which doesn't apply in tenor, I don't think. Yeah, I think that is more or less it. The dynamics are on the score. They are generalized, the dynamics. You've got crescendos, you've got diminuendos, you've got quiet bits, you've got loud bits, you've got fairly quiet, fairly loud. Is everybody familiar, or is anybody not familiar with the things like P, MP, F? Is everybody familiar with that? Yes, Bertie.
I was just going to add as well, right at the beginning of the song, if we start practicing it right off, all of those do, it's not a hard D. It's a very soft, coming in very softly.
Yes,
with the
thank you for that. Yeah.
So so if we start practicing it like that, it's easier to learn it than to change it.
Yeah, it's not a capital D, is it? It's a D where your tongue is
soft.
placed.
You're just touching touching the back of your teeth.
Yep, that's correct. Have I missed anything else, Bertie or Ilhan? Is there anything I've missed? Yes, Debbie Bramley, hello.
Hi, do we have the melody at any point?
Oh, we've got the melody a lot. We've got the melody a lot.
Okay.
The melody does jump a little bit between tenor and alto, but we have the melody an awful lot in this song. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there were a couple of other things that I'd made notes of from our meeting the other day. One is just to pay attention on bar 24, we do hit the same note as the basses. So there's that. And there's another one where we have, we start I think we were talking about the crescendo, or the climax for the song starts at around bar 48. There was something else.
Yeah, that's when the descant comes in, isn't it? Just prior to the descant, that's when we're starting to build. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll work more on that after we've cemented the notes, breaths, and words. Ilhan, did you have anything that you wish to add?
Just follow the app mainly, so that you can just pop into OneDrive link, so that we might have update the scores as well. Just, there is already an updated scores, actually, like tenor only, bass only, alto only. So if you like to have only like 2 pages or 3 pages of the score, you can also download those files from OneDrive link, but please do your breathing points, like Donna actually mentioned all of them, with your tenor only score. Or if you like to go with alto, then just download the alto only score. It's going to be like 3 pages instead of 7 pages, so it's all up to you. But please have your notes, just your notes, so that you can easily perform while you're recording, for feedback first, and then for your final recordings.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ilhan. Also,